Let's get into this Vikings-Bears game, and then we'll be taking our first break after that. And we got the Vikings coming in here 1-4, Bears 1-4. That's not the right line because the Bears are actually the dog. And the Bears, it's funny because this line just lined up the way that I knew it was going to line up. I had it +3 as well too because I said that you know what, at first I said you know what, they might make it a pick 'em because you know you got two teams 1-4, blase, but then I said nah, they're going to play this one up to where the Bears are still a weak team in their eyes, and the Vikings are a team that just fell short in a game that they could have won against one of the best teams in the league. And when you look at the Vikings schedule, when you see that they played both the teams that were in the Super Bowl last year, you do give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. And you know that they had a bad game with the they had a really bad game with the Bucks to start the season. That game could have went either way in that situation. And you just really know that the Vikings have fell short in these games, and it's not like they got blown away. They haven't got blown out once yet this year. They just had bad. They just couldn't finish. And I truly do feel that the team that we saw in Carolina is the team that's possibly going to start taking over here for the next few weeks because they could have won that game so many times on Sunday, but I felt like the play calling was a little questionable too. But I think in the spur of the moment, heat of the moment, they got a little nervous. And when Justin Jefferson went out, you know, people you heard the sighs and the oohs and the ahs and everything like that. But then you say to yourself, that's the reason why they drafted Jordan Addison as well too, because he's supposed to be just like Justin Jefferson, a guy that stays open. And I don't think Justin Jefferson's injury is going to be prolonged, but I don't know what his status is for Sunday. But I truly do feel the Vikings will overcome that because what happens here is that they have Kirk Cousins. And regardless of how people feel about Kirk Cousins, if you handed Kirk Cousins, say, an offense like the offense that is in Los Angeles with the Rams, he would be a much better option for them than Stafford. I'll keep it real with you. And they will probably have a winning record right now too if he was their quarterback. So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of elements where you say to yourself, if he was playing with a certain teams, it would probably be a different story. Kirk Cousins is still a pretty good quarterback in this league. It's just that it seems that it's just not enough. It's been like that his whole career. But I truly do feel after what happened Sunday, they should be really in tune to this game because it's a divisional. And the Bears, I think the Bears have realized that they're still a work in progress. And that game last Thursday showed that, you know what? It's okay that we keep taking our time because we got the quarterback. We got the receivers, but we need to get ourselves an offensive line and we need to get ourselves a defense. The Bears know that they're a work in progress. I think they finally realized that situation as well too. And I truly think the Vikings want to bounce back big time after what happened last weekend. And I truly do feel that they win this game. And I'm taking them with the -3 right here. I know it's like, why don't you just money line them? But I don't feel like overspending on the money line. I trust them to win this game by a touchdown or better. Jeff, what are your thoughts? And what do you have this game? Where do you have this game going? Who do you have winning? And
I First of all, Justin Jefferson has been put on the IR. Is
oh,
He will be available, I think, week 10. Their
mm,
bye week is not till week 13, and I've talked to a lot of colleagues already this morning. Look at it this way: there's been talks that Kirk Cousin could be on the move, even to a team like the Jets looking for a quarterback. Everyone knows Cousins is a free agent. Everyone knows that the Vikings are not going to pay for him. So if you can get some assets, the trade deadline is October 31st. Might as well try to get something for him, a team that's going absolutely nowhere, where Jefferson might be to that point. Well, guys, I'm really not 100%. Let's wait a couple more weeks. Why come back? We saw what Stephon Diggs did in Minnesota. Maybe Jefferson will be that next person that, forces his way out. And true, Pops, that's why they hired. That's why they drafted Jordan Addison. bumps Hawkinson, Addison, KJ Osborne. If he's available on your draft, on your waiver wires, jump in and get him. He will fit right in as the third target over there as well. I bought the hook. I took the Bears to 3.5. Big spot for Justin Fields. Khalil Herbert out for a couple of weeks. Roshan Johnson on a concussion protocol. So again, anyone that has Dunta Foreman who will be moved up and available to play on your waiver wire, he might be looked as a possible add this week in fantasy. But I took the Bears plus the 3.5. My line initially was Vikings minus 1.5 with a 46.5, down to 44.5 here. Vegas has this as that 24-20 game. I think Fields and company can get to 21, maybe even 23 or 24. I think the Bears plus the money line as well, little pizza and bear money, could actually win this game outright, Pops.
Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our first commercial break. And when we get back, we will be jumping into some more early games. So you guys stay tight. And you guys stay right there. Stay tuned. And we'll be right here when you get back. So this is the NFL Bet Exchange.
Good News Only Racing Club, led by the legendary Doug O'Neill, the trainer of 2 Kentucky Derby winners, and I'll have another, and Nyquist. Also trained 2-time Breeders' Cup champ Golden Sense,